and biological weapons are safe in Yeshua's hands. They're not safe in anybody else's hands. You with me? Do you trust those weapons of mass destruction in any politician's hands? How about in Yeshua's hands? He knows how to use them. They're safe in his hands. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. I said Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Look at verse 12. Here is the plague with which Yahweh will plague some of the people. The Catholics. The United Nations. The Edomites. Every nation that thinks they have the solution. They want to get involved. France, the European Union, the Americans, the U.S. All these nations that say, I've got a plan. Yahweh says, give back.
You got a plan.
Oh, but I've got a plan.
Nerves.
And they come to Crawford, Texas to meet with our president, George W. Bush, because they've got a plan.
Right.
Where's the next plan coming from? Huh? 8 Israeli prime ministers have come up with peace plans. How much peace do we have? 0.
0, yes, right.
This is an unsolvable problem. But Yahweh says, hold out now. Yeshayahu 48 says, speak to the cities of Judah. There's good news coming. The king is coming, and he's coming with beautiful feet. As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of him who published the good tidings of the good kingdom of things to come.
Kiss his feet.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh.
Hashem Yahweh.
Speak to the cities of Judah and tell them, behold, Elohim is coming. But he's coming with a plague to fight against those who fight for Yerushalayim. How do we escape the plague? Don't fight for Yerushalayim. Don't get involved. Take your peace plan and stick it in your jeans and go on vacation. That's the best way to avoid Yeshua's wrath. But if you're going to get involved, woe to those who get involved. If you're going to get involved. Look at verse 12. He will fight against Yerushalayim. What's going to happen to the enemies of Israel? Their flesh shall decay while they stand on their feet. Listen. Their eyes will decay or what? Disintegrate in their sockets. Their tongues will decay or disintegrate where? In their mouths. Zechariah 500 BCE, before the Common Era, prophesied of what can only be described as nuclear warfare.
Nuclear warfare. Yes.
Because nothing else can make your eyeball disintegrate in your socket.
Right. Right.
Nothing else can cause a man to literally disintegrate while he stands on his feet.
Right.
Zechariah predicts, prophesies, and foretells the coming of nuclear and biological destruction. But this time, look who's using it. And who's he using it against? Anyone and anything. He's an equal opportunity.
That's right.
Equal opportunity destroyer. Listen, you're either going to meet Yahshua now as your Savior, as your loving King, who's come to give you his mansions, because Yeshua said, in my Father's house there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would not have told you. And if I go to prepare a place, I will come again. So you're either going to dwell with him in his comfortable mansions in heaven, or you're going to experience him as a nuclear physicist.
No. The destroyer.
Oh, he's coming back, all right. But everybody says, all things remain the same way since the fathers fell asleep. Nothing's changed. Weren't they laughing at old man Noah? Noah, you're building a boat? You moron. A boat? You're not a boat builder. You?
They were laughing at him, huh?
You're not a Steinbrenner. You don't know how to build boats.
It's all right.
Noah, it's never rained. Where's the water coming from? Do you know when Noah built his ark, it had never rained on the earth? Hello? But the flood came and took them all away. And Yeshua says, when I come, and I'm going to bring nuclear warfare and biological warfare, and the sockets, the eyes will decay in the sockets, the tongues will decay in the mouths. And he said, but this has never happened before. Yeshua said, that's right. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of the Son of Man. It never happened before. Listen, I've got some shocking news for you. Turn to your neighbor and say, shocking news. Shocking. It's not going to be man who uses nuclear warfare and chemical warfare on a mass scale. Yeshua's going to get a hold of these weapons. And he's going to use it against the enemies of Judah and Ephraim. Are you with me? Are you listening? It's good to be Judah and Ephraim. It's a good place to be. It's a safe place to be. It's a secure place to be. If you're Judah and Ephraim, he's clearing out Yerushalayim because he wants you to dwell safely in your home. It's a good thing to be Judah and Ephraim. Do we have any Judites here? Do we have any Ephraimites here?
Yes. Yeah.
You shook your head twice. That means you're both.
Yeah.
Baruch, Angie's both. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. If you shook your head twice, that means you got blood from both houses. Baruch Hashem, that's part of Judah. Now think about what I'm telling you. It's never happened before. And Zechariah predicts that eyeballs will decay in the socket, tongues will decay in the mouth, souls will decay while standing. Literally disintegrate while standing on 2 feet. Yahweh's not playing games. When he says leave Jerusalem alone, he wants you to leave nations, kingdoms, politicians, political parties. Leave it alone because you don't know the cyanide that you're messing with. Watch this. Yahweh knows how to recompense the enemies of Yisrael. Now jump down, please, to verse 13. It shall be in that day. What day? The day when it's light at evening. What's the only day in the history of the world where it'll be completely light at evening? The day Yeshua returns and the dawn of the Atid Lavo. He brings Yaakov's trouble, the Thlipsis, the Great Tribulation, to a close. When is Messiah coming? At the end of the Great Tribulation. It is a day known to no man, not even Yeshua, only to his Father. Therefore, the Father is greater than Yeshua, because Yeshua had this knowledge withheld from him. The Father never had this knowledge withheld from him. The Father is greater than Yeshua. See, we don't want to teach what they teach in the Greco-Roman system. They're all equal. They all know everything. Nobody's subject to anything. Nobody obeys. You know, it's all the same. And the Scriptures clearly teach that Yeshua can do nothing, teach nothing, reveal nothing, unless he first receives it, making the Father greater than him. That's what the Bible teaches. That's what Scripture teaches. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Look at verse 13. It shall be in that day that a great confusion from Yahweh is among them. Brothers and sisters, that has already started, has it not? Whose peace plan are we going to follow this week? Oh, the Spanish Prime Minister is coming. Really? Here he's got a peace plan. Confusion. Babel. What is the word Babel? Confusion. What else are the sons of Babylon going to bring to the table? Babel. You're waiting for the Catholic Church and the Protestant Church and the European Union and the United States government and the Republicans, the elephants and the donkeys, to come up with a solution?
No way.
What are they going to bring to the table? Babel. What is the Hebrew word for confusion? Babel, as in Babylon.
That's right.
As in the mother of all harlots. Who's the mother of all harlots? Babylon. Babylon. The Babylonian system. Amen? Babel. Babel. That's a haughty, prideful spirit that man can somehow, settle the Israeli Edomite problem. That's pride in itself, because the word tells us there's no solution until Moshiach comes. You with me? Let's speak to the cities of Judah. Go ahead and speak to them, Tim. Speak to them. Say, don't worry. Your Elohim is coming. Yeah. But he's not coming with a messed up peace plan and confusion. No. He's coming with weapons. Weapons? Yes. Where's he going to get the weapons? Courtesy of Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein.
How convenient. All the weapons of mass destruction are aimed at Jewish Israel outside the walls of Jerusalem. Yeshua comes to the Mount of Olives and says, the game's over, boys. Do you mind if I borrow those weapons? That's what the Bible teaches. And that you should not be melancholic this morning. You should be happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yahweh knows how to set the things right. He knows how to set the scales right. He knows how to straighten things right. He knows how to take the crooked places and make them straight. He knows how to take every valley and exalt it, and all the high places and bring them low. He knows how to do it.
only God.
Baruch Hashem. And he's not even going to carry his own weaponry. He's gonna take the city of Judah and set up his capital. He's going to take the weapons of all the armies that have come to destroy Jerusalem. He's going to use it against them. And in that day, there'll be continuing confusion from Yahweh. Why? Because Yahweh is among them. Who's this guy? Oh, he's a prophet. Oh, he's a nice Jewish rabbi.
You kid on
Oh, he is the anti-Moshiach. Oh, no, maybe he's the Navi Sheker. Well, who is this guy? I mean, is he the latest peace plan? Is he bringing some new ideas, some more babble to the table?
Big bang.
No.
Oh, yeah.
This is the creator of the real Big Bang Theory. You've heard of the Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
It ain't going to be a theory anymore.
Bang.
Yahweh created the heavens and the earth through his son Yahshua. But now the Big Bang is coming to Jerusalem.
Oh, yeah.
Turn to your neighbor and say, I believe in a Big Bang Theory. I believe Yeshua is going to bang the enemies of Israel right out of existence.
Bang. Bang, bang.
And you are Israel. That's good news. You're on the winning side. There's good news. Say to the cities of Judah, there's good news. We are Israel. We'll be protected.
Yes. Amen. Just like
Baruch
I
Hashem
was.
Yahweh. Go ahead and be quiet if you want to. I'm going to shout when I get home to my wife. I'll preach this message to her if I have to. Hallelujah! I need some noise. I function on noise.
Same way High was protected.
I don't function well without noise.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Yes.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Watch this. Look at verse 13. Yeshua is coming to set up his kingdom, but he's coming to bring confusion. What kind of confusion? The kind of confusion among them where everyone seizes the hand of his neighbor. You know how every Shabbat we say here, turn to your neighbor?
Uh-huh.
Well, guess what Yeshua says when he comes? Turn to your neighbor and see if you can find these weapons that you came against Israel with to destroy Israel. Turn to your neighbor and say, let me see your hands if I can find the hands to see if there's any weapons of mass destruction here. Oh, empty hands? It's right there. Let's see it again. Yeshua says, turn to your neighbor. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Look at this. Look at this. Right here he says, everyone will seize the hand of his neighbor. Meaning what? Turn to your neighbor. See what's in their hands.
Right.
Nothing. What happened to all the armies that come against Israel? They got empty hands. Why? Yahweh said, stay out of it. But if you don't, I'm going to take what's in your hands and I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
And the spirit of confusion is going to come upon all your neighbors. And I'm the one that will destroy every enemy of Israel. Are you looking for something? I've got it.
Payback.
Yeah.
Your hands are empty. Turn to your neighbor and say, what you got in your hands? Nothing. Really, too. Nothing. And why can't you find it? What happened to those weapons? Babel, baby. We children of Babel. Confusion. Who took my daddy's weapons?
Oh my goodness.
What daddy? The dragon. S period, A period.
S
Yeah.
10. This video is
Who took my daddy's weapons? I'll tell you who took your daddy's weapons. My daddy. Because my daddy, 1 John 4:4, is greater than your daddy.
That's right. Amen.
Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world, somebody.
Yes. He made the weapons. He made them.
You ever hear kids fighting and arguing? My daddy can beat up your daddy any day of the week. How about a day in which it is light at evening? In that day, my daddy and your daddy is going to take on that daddy.
Big daddy.
And we'll find out who the real big daddy is.
The big man.
And how is he going to destroy the enemies of Israel? With a big bang, honey. Count me in. I believe in the Big Bang Theory. Not creating the heavens and the earth, but recreating the new Jerusalem that comes down out of heaven as a bride prepared for a bridegroom, somebody.
Amen. That's good news.
It's going to be a big bang that's going to recreate the new Jerusalem.
Great and dreadful day.
It didn't create the creation. Yeshua created it through the spoken word, not through the big bang. But there's going to be a bang.
Yes.
There's going to be a bang
Yes.
in that day.
We have a true story. No, it's not a story. It's a true one.
When? Now, if you weren't a believer, this would be science fiction. This would sound like science fiction.
Uh-huh.
This would sound like Captain Coik.
Captain Perch.
Captain Coich.
Sarah.
Captain Crunch.
Whoa, nuclear weapons, empty hands, turn to your neighbor, Mashiach is coming. Whoa, man. Beam me up, Scotty. But it's real.
Yep.
It's so real, I'm getting happy just thinking about it.
Yes.
I'm getting happy just meditating on it. I'm getting happy just preaching about it. I'm getting happy. I believe. Count me in that number. When the saints go marching in, I believe that the New Jerusalem will be recreated as my eternal home as it comes down from heaven with a big bang.
Oh, bang, bang, bang.
That's for those asleep in Sion.
Zechariah 3.
Sound like a rapping.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Bang.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh. And Yeshua says, excuse me, gentlemen. You're already walking in confusion. Take a little bit more and give me what's in your hand. Turn to your neighbor. Give me what's in your hand.
Yep.
That gives a new definition of being empty-handed.
You're gonna be confused.
All the enemies of Israel come with the latest in technology to destroy Israel and to take a spoil and give East Jerusalem to the Palestinians and let the Palestinian flag fly over Arab East Jerusalem. And Yahweh says, oh, slow down. He says, I'm coming. He says, every man will seize the hand, look at verse 13. Will seize the hand of his neighbor. Verse 14, Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Is anyone enjoying?
Oh, yes.
I said, is anyone enjoying?
Baruch Hashem Yahweh.
And Yehuda shall fight at Yerushalayim as well. What does that mean? Who's going to join Yeshua in the fight?
Yes.
Beit Yehuda.
Yes.
The house of Yehuda, Judah.
Yes.
And the wealth of all the
Uh-oh.
What are those folks who encompass Jerusalem? What are they called? Gentiles. Who are the folks fighting with Yeshua? Israel. Who are the folks fighting against Yeshua? Gentiles. Being non-Jewish doesn't make you a Gentile. What makes you a Gentile is you believe the report of the enemy and not the report of Yahweh.
Right.
The report of Yahweh is if you're born again, washed in the blood, believe in the Son of Yahweh, that He died on the tree and rose from the dead, you are an Israelite. Jerusalem is your home, and it is being cleansed and protected and waiting for your arrival, somebody.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh.
That's the report we believe in Israel. What about all those armies who try to invade Israel? Gentiles. So your standing as a Gentile is not by Jewish race, it is by Yeshua's blood. Everyone washing Yeshua's blood is an Israelite. Whether from the 10 tribes that became the latter-day Gentiles, the house of Ephraim, or the 2 tribes in Levi who are Jewish Israel, doesn't matter how you get there. Who is defined by what is what. If the body of Yeshua is renewed covenant Israel, every member is an Israelite.
Come on.
Every member is an Israelite. Are you with me? Yes. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. I said Baruch Hashem Yahweh. The wealth of all the Gentiles round about shall be gathered together, gold, silver, garments in great quantity.
There's my money there.
That's right. The wealth of the sinner is laid up for the righteous. Look at verse 16. Here's a peace plan. I'm going with a peace plan. Let's go with the peace plan. Let's go with Yeshua's peace plan. He'll take the weapons of mass destruction, empty the hands of all those who attacked Jerusalem when Yahweh said, stay out. And they said, no, we're coming in to take a spoil. Yahweh said, stay out. They said, no, we're coming in to take a spoil. Amen? And Yahweh says, P.S. When I finish taking the weapons away from you, give me your gold. Give me your silver. You know all the Jewish wealth in Swiss bank accounts that you took from the Jewish people during the Nazi Holocaust? I'm going to take that and triple it and quadruple it. And Jewish Israel will fight with Yeshua and the gold and the silver that has been removed from us by the diabolical, demonic nations of the pagans.
Repossession.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh, that's it.
Yeshua says, by the way, I'm going to
Yes.
take your hands and make them empty.
Yes.
I'm also going to enter your pockets.
Yes.
How many know Yeshua is ready to enter some pockets
Oh,
of
yeah.
those who surrounded Jerusalem, and the pockets will be empty?
Oh, yes. They're going to
Eye for
cry.
eye.
Hallelujah.
There's going to be some crying.
Tenfold.
There it is, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Yes.
And he steals tenfold.
Vayikra 24, we read it this
Yes.
morning in the Parsha.
Amen.
We read it this morning in the Parsha.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Yes.
Now he says, those eye, the eye for an eye, the tooth for a tooth, justification. Give me the wealth of the
Yes.
Gentiles.
Oh.
The wealth of the Gentiles who attack Jerusalem.
Hallelujah.
Why? Baruch Hashem Yahweh. I said Baruch Hashem
Baruch
Yahweh.
Hashem Yahweh.
Wait a second. He takes the nuclear weapons away from those armies.
Uh-huh.
He takes the gold and the silver away from those nations.
Yes.
The superpower of the earth.
They got no money to work
Hello?
with.
Now you listen to me. If the United States is not there militarily, it doesn't matter. They sanction it. If the United States, listen, sanctions all the armies of the world to attack Jerusalem, their gold and silver is coming to Israel.
Yes.
That brings new meaning to the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the righteous.
10 times.
Oh man, you may
Yes.
have to wait a while. When? Till that day.
Yes.
When? Then. When? Then. I'm not saying you're going to get rich tomorrow. It's not a Lloyd's of London policy,
Right.
where you take out a Lloyd of London's policy and just do what Robert Blake did. Oh man, you know, that's not how you get wealth as a child of Yahweh. That's, oh, I forgot, he's presumed guilty until proven innocent. I forgot. That's not how you get wealth. A child of Yahweh waits for a new day, for a new generation,
Be
for the
still.
time when Yeshua comes and he says, all the armies who allowed politically or militarily or who are involved in the solution to the final status of Jerusalem to try to pull it away from the daughters and the sons of Zion, he says, give me your weapons, I'll use it to destroy you. Not 10 plagues, but one plague. P.S. Give me your money, because you're not where you're going, you won't be needing it.
You know, that's right.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh. How many know where those folks are going, they're not going to need their charge cards? Because the place they're going, there is a full charge just waiting for them.
Papa Dragon is waiting there for them.
And then all the enemies of Israel are going to be fully charged up. But they're not going to be needing their gold and silver. Are you with me this morning? Yes. I said, are you with me? Baruch Hashem. You glad you came out this Shabbat? Yes. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Not to mention the wonderful worship we had. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Look at verse 16. It shall be from those who are left, from all nations. Not too many, but what about those who aren't destroyed in the Big Bang when Yahweh takes Yerushalayim and gives it back to Israel? What happens to those who are left? No problem. They'll be slaves. I'm going to shock you, brothers and sisters. I'm going to shock you. This is not politically correct, and you won't see this on Bill Maher's on ABC. What I'm about to share with you, Yahweh approves of slavery.
That's right. Yeah, he does.
But not the kind of slavery of racial. Not racial slavery. Not the mastership of one race over another. Israel over the nations.
That's right.
Ooh, that means I better become Israel. Yeah, that's what happens when you receive the Messiah as your Savior.
Right.
You don't replace Jewish Israel as the new bride, the church.
No.
You become part of Israel along with your Jewish brothers and not trying to eliminate them or replace them through doctrinal replacement theology, but abide with them as one in the faith, as one in the kingdom, and as one back in our capital in the land of Israel, somebody.
Echad. Echad. Yahweh.
Echad. I'm talking about Echad. I'm talking about being one.
Amen.
When is all this wealth transfer about to happen? In that day. What day? Can you tell me when? No?
Yeah.
No man knows.
Yahweh knows.
No man knows it but Yahweh.
Papa Yahweh knows
Got a
it.
good lead.
What happens to the Gentiles who were not killed in the Big Bang? Look at verse 16. No problem. They'll be the subjected slaves of the restored Acts 1:6 kingdom of Israel. They'll go up every year and bow to the sovereign Yahweh.
Yes.
Yeshua in the flesh. Yahweh in the flesh of hosts to observe the festival of Sukkot. Listen
Yes,
to me.
God.
Listen to me, you coming out of the church system. Listen to me.
Fix it.
That's Ted's job. If the slave pagans who were disarmed by Yeshua are going to serve Yahweh, are going to serve Israel and keep tabernacles, the seventh feast of Leviticus 23, how can you claim to be an Israelite and keep celebrating Easter and Christmas? Well, how do you know, Rabbi? I'm offended. It's a family thing. My family's in Cuba, and now we're in America, and it's a very hard thing to stop. Well, listen to me. The subjected of Yahweh, those who will serve Yahweh by being slaves of Yahweh, who do not know Him, who are not washed in His blood, they will keep tabernacles. And Yeshua said, if you don't, I'll break your knee until you bow and do what I tell you.
Hallelujah.
Come on.
Gotta do it anyways.
Now we're talking about Gentiles who are left. Most of the pagans will be wiped out, but the ones who are left will be keeping Sukkot. If the pagans are going to keep Sukkot and you're an Ephraimite, why aren't you?
Hello.
Yeah. Come on. Good.
Wake up call.
We're the head, not the tail. If the tail's going to be keeping Sukkot, albeit unwillingly, how about those who serve Him willingly as the children of the resurrection?
Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. So what's going to happen to most of those nations that try to get involved with Jerusalem when Yahweh says keep out? They'll be destroyed. But what about those who survive individually? They survive the Big Bang. Moshiach is coming with a bang. That's why the angel is going to shout from heaven. The voice of the archangel is going to shout. The shofar is going to blow because he's coming as the Lion of the tribe of Judah. The Lamb done come. The Lamb's not coming again. If you're looking for a little meek and mild Jesus, you need a new Savior. Little meek and